Okay, this is first part of the build video for the midget Mustang by Sky, which is sold at Nitroplanes.com. And the first thing I did was I connected my servos that are already pre-installed in the fuselage. And just looking at the plane, you automatically know that it's not a steerable tail. The tail drag is not steerable, it's fixed. So looking at the elevator, there's going to be two push rods on opposite sides that will control the elevator this way. And then a single push rod that will control the vertical rudder. The way they have them set up, these two outer servos, so this one here and this one here, are controlling the elevator, and they're connected via a Y adapter. The center servo is for the rudder. So make sure when you connect them, it's two elevators, Y adapter going to the elevator channel. The center one is into the rudder channel, and then you have another Y adapter that is for channel 5, which is your gear. This right here is for your flaps, and then you have another set which is labeled channel 1, but it's actually not. That's actually, if you're looking at channel 1, which would be your throttle, and channel 2 would be your aileron. That's where these are. These are your ailerons. So channel 1 is actually your throttle port, your ESC, and I have the bind plug in there already. And so I'm going to go ahead and bind this receiver, which is an orange RX. And I know I've been an advocate for not using orange RX, and I really don't use them on my helicopters. Not disrespecting the planes or anything, but you can guide a plane down if it loses power. You can still kind of guide it down. You lose power on a helicopter, and you're way up, or you're banging it around. Unless you can auto at the drop of a hat without panicking, you're going to lose it. So damage is quite more costly on a helicopter than it would be on a plane. Next thing I did was I went ahead into my radio and I pre-selected a channel, labeled it, told the computer in the radio what it is. It's an airplane, so it's already configured. And now I'm going to go ahead and bind this. One thing I noticed that it came with the instructions, it's lacking, is any information on the ESC. There's nothing as far as programming the ESC. So if I don't get the audible tones that I'm looking for, I'm going to assume I have to calibrate it. And that's pretty simple. It's usually basic, straightforward, is to start it with the throttle completely up, plug it in, listen for the audible tone, drop it, listen for a second audible tone, and you're good to go. A lot of times you have to change the endpoints. You have to lower both high and low endpoint, and then raise the endpoint till you get an audible tone, drop the throttle, raise the endpoint at the low end till you get an audible tone, and you're good to go. So we'll find out. So for now, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and I'm going to go ahead and bind the radio using one of my 4-cell light bulbs that I have. I'm waiting for it to bind. Oh geez, wait a minute, I didn't do it right. kind of skipped the thing here, guys. First thing you want to do is plug it in. Get the flashing lights going. Got all that going. Hold your trainer switch. Turn it on. Let it bind. Wait till it goes solid. And we're bound now. Everything's good to go. We're ready to go. So reverse the process. Disconnect the battery. Remove the bind plug. Set that aside. And now we'll check what we have as far as any audible tones from the motor. If we have to do any programming to the ESC. And out the bat, I don't hear anything. And I'm not getting anything. So automatically that tells me this it's not calibrated. So elevator's moving correctly. Rudder's moving. But I'm not getting nothing from the ESC. So we'll have to drop the throttle in points, and we will reprogram that. What I want to do to prevent it from showing as a brownout is turn the radio off, turn it back on, go into your travel adjust menu. I'm already at the low point, so I'll drop them values. I go to about 25%. I'll raise the value, I'll raise the throttle, drop that in point also. to 25%. And now plug it in and we'll see if this helps. If not, we've got problems. But I don't think this is the case. I think it's going to be a pretty straightforward process. So there we go. So let's see how that went. And we're still not, we're not calibrated, guys. It's not good. Not having any kind of literature on this ESC, I don't want to search. I think that did it right there. So let's verify. Down. There we go. Nice. Seems to be spinning in the right direction. Everything's turning in the right direction. So basically this is not like your other ones where you drop the endpoints all you have to do is raise the throttle, listen for the 2 audible tones, drop the throttle, listen for the 2 audible tones, and then disconnect, repower, wait for it to confirm the amount of cells, and you're good to go. So now the motor's connected, it's spinning in the right direction. This flashing is just indicating it was a brownout because I didn't turn the radio off. I just unplugged the battery, plugged it back in. That kind of simulates a brownout, shortage of power real quick and back on. No big deal. Okay, so we've got that first step taken care of, and we will move on to the next step. So, hope this helped you guys as we're getting started, and we'll move along and start installing the wings, plugging in the servos to that, and we'll do the rudder, push rods, get all that installed, and that'll be the next video, and we're good to go. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks.